You are my favorite team member, and I'm gonna be devastated once I inevitably let you die. Anyways, welcome back to my FireRed Omega Nuzlocke, and we are ready to hit up Rock Tunnel, so let's get right to it. Once we finally move past the barrier here, because this is kind of a pointless detour, but here we finally are. Rock Tunnel. And as I found out in the last episode, it's completely bright. So I don't have to bring an HM slave at all, which is very good, so I can get in with my full team. And I forgot to throw on repels, so let me do that after this battle. Geodude, yeah, we know you, you're boring, you're everywhere, even in the hack that has presumably all Pokemon. Geodude still shows up a fair bunch, which is, as I said, annoying. So, repel time. Okay, here's just a random dude wandering like crazy, and... oh! Charmander! Yeah, he gives you a Charmander. I had to say it that way. And here we go again. Okay, this is kind of stupid. I will call it Flames Man. It's a reference to something which I don't want to say here. So, yeah, just accept it. It's Flamesman. It's a Charmander. I love Charmander. It's my favorite of the starters in Kanto. I've used it too many times, though. But that aside, we have our first trainer coming up, and he's not a hiker. So, I want to use my shiny Golbat again. Hoo-yah! Okay, what do you got? You are a... What is this cosplayer doing in this dark cave? Why would a Charizard cosplayer wander around in a dark cave? I don't... what is this guy playing at? Oh well, he just has a Cubone. For some reason, when I was a kid, Cubone was my favorite Pokemon. I have no idea why I would pick such a random Pokemon as my favorite. Hell, I even had a notepad which had Cubone on the front. I don't even know why those were made, because it's not like Cubone is a popular Pokemon. I admit it is. I still find it cute, but it's by no means a mascot of the series. But, yeah, I guess... if you saw a mouse cursor just now, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess at that time, in Generation 1, Cubone was still considered a side mascot, maybe? I don't remember. Maybe it had a bigger role, or at least an episode dedicated to it in the anime? No idea. And what are you talking about? Oh, you have the... oh. Here's the Rock Slide move, Tutor. Rock Slide is a decent move. It's, I think, 75 base power, 90 accuracy, and it's obviously a rock move. And I have a feeling Hard Hat will learn it naturally. At one point. And Juice could use another coverage move. But for now, I will play on, and if I ever feel the need to get another rock move, I will come back to this little lad. So yeah, that's good to know. There's Rock Slide here. And why... what the hell is this cave? We went from a bright, lit up cave, which is supposed to be dark, downstairs, into an area which is frozen over. So Rock Tunnel went from being the most boring cave in this game to actually quite varied. And I'm sure you can find ice Pokemon here, which I wish I had known that sooner, because then I would have gone for an ice Pokemon and not for a random cave Pokemon you see all the time. I don't even remember what I caught here. Oh, it was Machop. Yeah, Machop. Yeah, speaking of which, Machop is a generic random cave Pokemon. Oh, and I accidentally gave this Kecleon stab. Doesn't matter, still only 7 damage. And now it's Thief time. Super effective Thief. And it kills it. Kecleon is one of those Pokemon which I've always liked. And I've liked its gimmick as well. But I never got around to using it. Because in most games it's not available to begin with. And when it's available it's usually pretty late. With the only exception being X and Y, I think. And I tried using one in that run, or in that game, but that playthrough just ended, because I got bored with it. I don't know why. And Now I just wonder, why are those random people hanging out in a frozen over cave? Especially, look at her. She's wearing a short... Like, she's wearing shorts. She's wearing a short shirt. Or a short sleeve shirt, rather. She must be a block of ice by this point. What are those people thinking? I mean, over here where I live, people walk around in t-shirts in autumn when it's like 15 degrees. Or even lower than that. But still, this is kind of baffling. Oh. Oh, you reach level 32. And you are learning quick attack. Is this a jape? Are you having a giggle there, mate? No, I don't want quick attack. No! That's the most... Like, out of all the early game moves, this is the most of them. And I know that this sentence doesn't make sense grammatically, but learning quick attack at level 32 doesn't make sense either. So, I'll go with it. Whatever. And here's a Rosalia. Goes down. It's not really... It's kinda useful. I used one in my original Sapphire run. It did well in the Elite Four. But it's much better with its evolution now, Roserade. Okay, do we have? We don't have. Aw, that's a shame. But I guess if I walk around just a tiny bit longer, Draco will finally evolve to a beautiful, beautiful Crobat. And when I say beautiful, I don't really mean it, but you'll find out what I mean by that. Oh my god, he straight up asks me about Pokemon cosplay. Now, to be fair, I have been to a convention once, and there was a Pokemon cosplayer who dressed up as an Umbreon, which I thought was really well done. I'm not really a fan of humans dressing up like, like basically animals, or... I mean, okay, if it's well done, I don't mind it. Like, I don't mind it anyways, but it's just kind of weird. And no, I don't hate furries. I'm not against them. I'm indifferent towards them. But I just find it a bit weird. Like, why would a human dress up as a quadruped? But anyways, I don't understand cosplayers in general. I did it twice. Not very well, I might add. And I was kind of pressured in by my sister. So... Oh, hi sis, how you doing, by the way? You're not gonna watch this, but hi anyway. But yeah, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Although, one time I was cosplaying as Mario. Well, Super Mario. And I was crossing the street. And while I was crossing the street, my fake mustache fell off. And while it did, I actually met a girl from close to my hometown. So, that was a weird coincidence, but it was funny. And here we have Pupitar. Pupitar is hopefully not a sign of things to come. Wait, is it? Is it already? Okay, no. It's not dark yet. It's still rock ground, but it has dark moves. But thankfully, its special attack is kind of low, so it's not really damaging me a lot. But yeah, Pupitar is the second stage of Larvitar. And it evolves into Tyranitar, which is considered one of the which is considered one of the strongest Pokemon ever in the whole pool. So I hope I don't have to encounter too many of those. But yeah, that was thankfully not a challenge. Repels run off, and honestly, last episode I was ranting about how I disliked Sun and Moon. The quality of life changes it brought. Those were really, really good. And I kind of missed them here in this run. Because if you don't know, if in Sun and Moon, or even Ultra Sun and Moon, one of your repels runs out, you instantly get a pop-up to say, would you like to apply another repel? Which is the best. You don't have to go into the menu anymore. You can just click a button, boom, another repel. And I don't know why they didn't think of that sooner. It took them 20 years in that series to think of such a straightforward, simple change. But I'm not a game developer. I know there's loads of things you have to pay attention to, so I'm not blaming them for that. I'm not throwing shade against them. Game Freak are still not really the best developers, but that aside. And yeah. So Machoke goes down. You could almost say it choked. I am sorry. I don't know why I'm in such a weird mood again today. It must have been the fact that it's Friday, and my week still isn't over because I decided to work overtime tomorrow on the Saturday. I mean, it's voluntary, I don't mind. Honestly, I prefer to work in a quiet environment anyway without interruptions, because basically nobody will be there. So that's good. But work aside, here we have Hiker Lenny, and he has a Graveler. And Graveler at level 25 is quite the threat. If you let it be, at least. Because it can learn Self-Destruct at that level. And Self-Destruct is a very, very, very strong move. So it's likely to knock out one of your team members. Which, obviously, in a Nuzlocke, you wouldn't want. So, yeah, be careful. I think in this generation, Geodude learns it at level 21? It's around that level, at least. It's in the early 20s. Because I know that mine tried to learn it, but hell no, I stayed far away from that shit. Like, in a Nuzlocke, why would you... I can kinda see why you would use it as kind of a last-ditch effort in a losing battle, but no, I've never seen the appeal. Even in normal playthroughs, I've never used Explosion or Self-Destruct, because, yeah, you're gonna knock out the opponent probably, but you're also gonna lose a Pokemon, and the experience that you would have gained is going astray. So, yeah, as I said, what even is the point? Oh, here's Lairon. Lairon is an interesting Pokemon because it's Steel Rock, or the other way around, does it even matter? I don't think so. It has a cry like, and it is really weak to fighting and ground moves. And a Magnitude 9 is really nice, because it goes down. It might have a steel defense, but if it's pitted against such a powerful move, nope, no chance. 4 times weakness, gone. Now, I believe in the later games it gets a Mega Evolution, like Aggron does, and it becomes pure steel in the process, which makes it at least a bit more useful, but no, just no. But in normal playthroughs, it's definitely usable. It's powerful, as I said, it has a good defense. Yeah, I should give it a try someday, because even though I've played the Hoenn games plenty of times, there are still so many I've never used, including Nosepass. Now, I am not a fan of defensive Pokemon. I prefer going on offense all the way, but I like the design of Probopass, its evolution. It has a big-ass mustache, or you might also call it pubic hair under its nose, but that's a whole different story. Seriously, look at its sprite if you haven't seen it. It looks like pubic hair. But, yeah, that aside, here's Onyx gone, and he has a Larvitar to round things off. So let's give Hardhat another shot, because it's gonna level up very soon, but actually this is something I don't understand. Why would you throw a Pupitar against the player earlier in the cave than the Larvitar? That's kinda weird, but I'll take it. I don't really mind, because I'm all for having an easy way out of this cave. Now, it's still gonna be easy because, well, I'm over-leveled. Because I'm still feeding off the over-leveling against a rival on the SSN, which was still a very glorious move. But anyways, I think we're almost at the end of the cave. And what I don't like is, I can barely use my main electric Harley. Because, as you are probably aware, electric moves are completely ineffective against ground Pokemon. And all these hikers here use mainly ground Pokemon. Now, please don't prove me wrong and use a flying type. No, Geodude, here we go. Yep. If I had used main electric Harley against it, I basically would have lost that battle. So, and it's not really a big deal, but I don't like my team having uneven levels. Because as of now, my team is level 32. Except for Harley, who's still level 31. And I don't know why, call it OCD, but I don't like having a team member drag behind in levels. And even if it means using a Pokemon in an ineffective matchup, I will still do it, just so to keep the level balance even. It's weird, I know, and I shouldn't really play like that, which, of course, in the Nuzlocke I'm not. I will use effective moves all the way, because I don't want to risk anyone dying. but it still annoys me. But I think towards the end of the cave there's at least one trainer who's not a hiker. So let's move on and find out, shall we? Down the ladder we go, back into the ice cave, which is still really, really weird. It's rock tunnel. Rock tunnel, as I said, has been the most boring cave in the original games, but they really spiced it up here, which I like. And yeah, as I said, here's a hiker, or a picnicker, or camper, or whatever they're called today, and she's very likely to not use ground types. Watch her use, like, a Vibrava. No, it's Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff will be easy to deal with. Okay, let's use a Spark. Haven't seen that animation in a while. And, oh, Jigglypuff, you are dead. You are dead. What else do you got? You got Hoot Hoot. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, and her name is Sophia, which is completely irrelevant. Okay, Hoot Hoot goes down. I get experience. And Meowth. Wow, this picnicker really is the epitome of boredom. Her team is not impressive in the slightest. Like, come on, lady. Use something interesting and not generic Kanto stuff. Well, okay, she had a Hoot Hoot, but even then. Yeah. Nothing noteworthy at all. No, you didn't. You suck. Go away. Let's move on. Oh, here's another hiker. Amazing. But here's also a Max Ether, which is cool. Okay, oh, by the way, this is not the end of the cave. There's another whole section coming up. And, yeah, because... Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Note to self, buy some more repels. Yeah. As I was about to say, as we are trudging along the last trainers of the route, I will talk about a gig I've been to this year. So, oh, his name is Doodly. Whatever. Yeah, I've been to Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds this year. Not once, but twice. Because, okay, in the city I live in, he was scheduled to play, so I bought a ticket right when the gig was announced. And I got it without issues. So, I was really looking forward to it, because I'm a big Oasis fan, and I'm also a big fan of Noel Gallagher's solo stuff. So, yeah, I bought the ticket, then I went on holidays to Brussels. Back in April. Early April, I might add. And then, I was just taking a walk around the city while going to the Atomium, when I took a turn that I didn't need to. I don't know why. There was a certain there was a shop I wanted to visit according to Google Maps, so I took a detour in that way. When I noticed a ticket, or not a ticket, what am I saying? When I noticed a few posters for a few gigs. So, being a music fan, I checked them out, and one of them was a poster for Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. So I was thinking, oh cool, I'm gonna see him later in this year. When is he playing actually? So I skimmed the poster, looked at the dates, and I noticed, what was it again? It was, I think, the 6th of April, 5th of April, something along those dates. Maybe even the 8th of April, I don't remember. But, long story short, I was in the city on those dates. I was in Brussels when he was playing there. So, I went on the internet, checked the Belgian ticket sites. There's still tickets available. I bought one immediately, no problems. Printed it out in the hotel. And, by complete coincidence, I managed to see Noel Gallagher completely unplanned twice that year, or this year. And the best thing is, I even was in the first row. And that was completely unplanned. That was amazing, and it was one of the best concerts I've been to this year. Like, he played all the songs that I like. He played from his solo stuff, my favorite song of his, Ballad of the Mighty Eye. And he also played a decent chunk of his new album. And what was also very cool was he played a lot of Oasis stuff. Like, he played Don't Look Back in Anger, he played Wonderwall. I know Wonderwall is a meme at this point, but it's still a great song, I like it. And he also played Go Let It Out. Like, the classics you would expect. And then later when I saw him in, later on when I saw him in the Plant gig, he even played the second setlist that he was touring with, which included my favorite Oasis song, the importance of being idle. So, yeah, by complete coincidence, I managed to get the full Noel Gallagher experience. And I didn't fill nearly enough time, so I guess we have to go back to commentating on the spot again. Yeah, Execute, if you think about it, is probably one of the weirdest Pokemon ever. It's just a bunch of eggs with faces that evolve into a fucking coconut tree. And completely unnecessary swearing, I know, but still. It's so out of place, so weird, and that's why I love it. And the best part is, the random coconut tree, turns into a dragon. Like, no context. If you don't know about it, read it up. It can be a dragon. So, yeah. That's why I'm saying it's one of the weirdest Pokemon. Oh, what? Come on now, don't fall in love with a stupid Clefairy. Thank you. Yeah, you're better than that, Juice. You're way better than that. They're way cuter Pokemon in the world than Clefairy. Yeah, isn't it obvious? I'm not a Clefairy fan. Not at all. It's supposed to be cute, but in my eyes, it's too cute. Like, it's trying too hard to be cute. Same goes for its pre-evolution and its evolution, really. I don't know why, I just don't like him. And, oh, here's a Houndour. Yeah, I used a Houndour once. Eris, you're not forgotten. You're still in my heart. To be honest, I've almost forgotten the name that I used for my Houndour, but whatever. Yeah. Next up, we got completely boring Sentret. We've seen plenty of those in the past, so let's get rid of it very soon. Magnitude. Oh. Are you gonna do... Wow, you did 2 damage to me. That's... If it wasn't so sad, I would almost say it's impressive. It's not really impressive at all, by the way, but yeah. Who's counting? Okay, you are going down. Oh, and that reminds me. Bayleaf! Ah, perfect. Yeah, as I was about to say, that reminds me. I haven't used our shiny Pokemon in a while. Bling! Yeah, I like doing that. Okay, Bayleaf. Yeah, I think I touched on that before. Chikorita gets loads of flack for not being... for being the weakest starter of them all, basically. And while I can kind of see where people are coming from, it's still very cute. Like, Pokemon don't have to be strong. They can be cute or rare or whatever, and they're still fairly usable, especially in Chikorita's case. It doesn't have the best attacking moves or not the best stats or whatever, but it's still, in normal gameplay, it's still very much usable. So, I don't buy into the whole, oh, Chikorita is so weak, it's useless, blah blah kind of shtick. And, okay, we have a Pearl, which means more money, which means more repels and escape ropes and as such. And I think this is the last trainer of the cave. Which is good, because I really need a drink, but I forgot to bring my water to my table. So, yeah, I hope this battle is over soon. And judging by her first Pokemon, Delcatty, it really will be. Oh, okay, good. Thank you for missing. Okay, quick attack to finish you off. And what else do you got? I'm guessing, to keep it with the trend, Persian. Ah, Gloom. Okay. Gloom, yeah, let's give Draco some more screen time. Because... Bling! Yeah, I'm sorry, I will stop doing that eventually. But not now, I'm not sick of it yet, so you'll just have to put up with me some more time. Gloom goes down. Do we get a level up? Not quite yet. And here's Swallow. Swallow works out in my favor because I can use Harley again. And hopefully I can get it up to level... Oh yeah, easily. I can get it up to level 32. Yep, you are going down to Spark. And honestly, seeing this Harley and Spark makes me think... I hope it learns Thunderbolt soon. Which, in return, made me think... Aren't you supposed to get the Thunderbolt TM somewhere? And that, in return, made me think... Didn't I forget about something? Ah, my imagination, probably. Anyways, here we are. Yeah, let me read that again. Yep, Lavender Town. We're at the end of Rock Tunnel. And we have one more final stretch to go until we reach Lavender Town proper. So let me throw down a save, overwrite my file, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.